Hey Doll Baddies. Okay, so today's video is going to be how to pluck a frontal or your wig, but this is going to be majority for pre-plucked frontals because the wig that I have is already pre-plucked. So I'm going to just show you how I, pluck it, not too much, because you still want your hairline to look nice and not be over plucked, because you can either over pluck or under pluck. So I'm gonna show you how to do it just right. If you want, you could always do more, but don't overdo it. You need to know when to stop. But this is basically showing you guys what it looks like before and after, and we're gonna just jump straight into it. So what you're gonna be doing first is getting a hot comb, and the hot comb helps to visually see what exactly you're working with, how the hairline looks like, where you're starting off at. If this was to be a not pre-plucked frontal or wig, whatever, same difference, y'all. You would start from the front, but the step I'm going to use is starting from the back. So you can see I'm taking my finger and I'm showing y'all the outline of where I'm going to be cutting the hair in half, so that I'm not starting there because it's already minimum. So that'll be the last step to like pluck a little more if need be, but you don't need to start plucking in that area because it already is thin. You don't want to overdo it. But if this was to be not a pre-plucked frontal, you would start from the front and then work your way back. So I'm going to take the hot comb now and also flatten out this part, and I like to flatten out the hot comb, the hair going back, because it just helps, and the hair need to be flat so you can see how much hair is actually there. This tweezer I'm going to be using is from my local beauty supply store. I actually did get it from the nail section, so I think this is a nail tweezer, but this is probably like the best tweezer to pluck with because it just is everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just start plucking, and I'm like opening up the tweezer and pressing down, and I'm just like pulling out here, So you just want to start from the top and just go down to the bottom. Just pluck, 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 pluck. Do not keep plucking in the same damn spot. Like, especially if you're a beginner and you don't know what you're doing, don't pluck in the same spot for more than 15 seconds. Like, do not, because when you're plucking, once that hair come out, baby, it's out. It's not going back. So it's like this technique for plucking is not the easiest thing to do. I'm not gonna lie, it takes practice, because when I first started doing frontals, I started from the back working my way to the front, which is so dumb, but I ain't know. But it's just like practice made perfect when it's plucking. So it's just practice. Over time you will get it, and then you'll have the eye for what needs to be removed. I might be doing stuff and y'all be like throughout the video what I'll explain, you might not understand, but as you keep doing it, you're gonna get the gist of it. So as you're plucking, pluck from the section, and I like to do my plucking in sections. I like to do the left side, do the middle, then the right side. So I pluck it into 3 sections, and once I do the first row and I feel like I got it enough, and make sure you're hot combing in between, just flatten it out to make sure it's looking seamless. You want to make another row and then do it like that too. I believe this is the last row I cut, but I don't like to go too back because I don't know, I just don't like to go too back. You only need to be doing the front, what's really going to be seen, because also you want to be like what lace, like this your real hair out the scalp, so you ain't got to go all the way to the back. But depending on how thick the hair is depending on how much you need to be plucking out. So I'm just plucking, and as you can see, it is thinning while I'm doing it. And you don't want to do it in one spot. Like, don't irritate it. Just do a little bit at a time in little section, and just pull out, and then look while you're doing it. Don't just pluck. Like, stop if you need to. Look, comb it out, take the hairs that's came out, and just pay attention. I'm fast forwarding it because it's really repetitive. All I'm doing is just plucking out hair out of a frontal. But you guys did ask for an in-depth tutorial of what I'm doing, and I'm trying to zoom in. So after I didn't go back and do another row. If you want, you can, but it also depends on what look you're trying to achieve, because sometimes I pluck more than other times and sometimes I don't. But once you do that, I'm gonna take the hot comb and push all the hair going back now. So obviously y'all can see it's not as full and thick as it was earlier. So in the middle, literally right in the middle, I could tell some hair, and that's exactly where I went. Some hair need to come out. It just don't look right. And when you comb the hair and you hot comb it, if the hair is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's gonna look like too much hair in one area, because it's going to be too dark. It should be like thin spaced out. So if it looks like it's just too much hair in one area, like right now, I'm gonna go ahead and pluck that, because I don't like that line of it being too much hair. I don't even know if that makes sense to y'all, but like I said, this is just practice over time, so you're gonna know it's not gonna look right. You should be, you know, when you push it back, it should just be all flat and nice. It should not look like a piece of hair is bunched up on another one, because then it's gonna have like a dark black line and it's gonna need to be plucked more. So yeah, so once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the next part, which is gonna be the top. And when it comes down to the top of my hair, I never like to pluck as much as I do on the sides, being the fact that most of the time I kind of do wear a middle part, and I don't want my middle part to have a bald spot because I overplug, because I'm gonna be stuck like Chuck. So I kind of like to do minimum and not take out too much hair, because yeah, I don't want my part to be missing hair. So I do be making sure I be very careful in the front part. And I'm telling y'all, a hot comb is your best friend. You do need a hot comb. I'm sorry, but a curling wand and all that is not gonna work, and it's not gonna do the same job as a hot comb. You need a hot comb, okay? When I am using a comb that get real hot, not no curling wand and stuff like that. So I just showed y'all that area. I just don't like how when the hair is flattened out, it just look like a whole bunch of hair in that one area. So when I plucked it, y'all might not have seen the difference, but it could be some plucked out some more, but you got to think about it. Also, when you're plucking on a canvas head, it's going to be different of how it's look on your head. So don't overdo it, because when it get on your head, it's going to look like you really plucked a lot. So do a little bit on the canvas, and if need be, do rest on your head, but don't even do all of that, because I don't plucking on your hair, I don't suggest, because it's really irritating. So just don't overdo it. Like, that's the main thing. Don't over pluck, but please don't under pluck. So also, another good thing though, if you don't know what you're doing, try it on while you're doing it so you can see, because it does look different when it's on your head and when it's off of your head. But I'm just showing y'all this little area. As you can see, if I was to pluck any more, I would have a circular bald spot, but I kind of do have a bald spot already, so you just want to leave it like that. And this is also as much hair that I got left out, which is pretty normal, but that does basically sum up this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys out in the next one. Bye, Doll Baddies.